So let me share screen with you guys. So in these programs, what is happening is first we are just initializing the header file. Then we have defined max equal to 50. So this is going to be the size of your queue. So here we have defined functions and queue, dequeue and display functions. Then after that we have initialized the queue, which is basically an array of size max. So whatever value you are going to define here, that will be the size of your array. So here size is 50. That means this queue can hold at most 50 items. So initially we have just set the value of front and rear to be -1. Then we are giving choices to our user. So this loop will be continue indefinitely until the user selects to quit the program. Okay, therefore there is no conditions or the increment or the initialization for the for loop. Okay, so this portion will continue to display for the user until and unless the user decides to quit the program. So here we are giving options to the user to insert element to the queue, to delete element from the queue and display all elements from the queue and quit. So here for case 1, that is if you want to insert the element to the queue, we are calling the enqueue function. Then for case 2, we are calling the dequeue function. Then for Q3, we are calling the display function. Then in 4, we are exiting. So by default, if user insert any wrong choices other than this 1, 2, 3, 4, then it will just print wrong choice. So what's happening is enqueue function is that first we are just taking an item. So first we are checking whether it is an overflow condition or not. So if you remember the theory class, we check if rear equal to max -1. Max is the size of the queue here. So if it is max -1, it will simply print the overflow. Otherwise, you will check whether queue is empty or not. If queue is empty, that means we are checking if front equal to -1, then we will simply initialize the value to front 0. In theory class, I also mentioned that if you want to check queue is empty or not, we check both if front equal to -1 and rear equal to -1. So you can keep both, but anyways, if you simply see that front value is -1, then also it will show that the queue is empty. Therefore, we will simply set the value of front to be 0. Okay. Next, if you want to add the item, you will simply increment the rear pointer, then you add the item to the rear end of the queue. Okay, so that's it for the enqueue. So what's happening in the dequeue? We are checking underflow condition first. So what's the underflow condition? We are checking if front equal to -1, that means queue is empty, or front is greater than rear. Sometimes what happens mainly in circular queue also, sometimes front can be before rear. So if front is greater than rear in normal queue also, that means it's a underflow condition. So if either of these conditions satisfied, that means it's a underflow condition. That means your queue is empty. So otherwise, what you will do, you can simply delete the item. You can show the item as the front, then you can just increment a counter of the front. So as you remember, to delete the item, we always increment the front pointer, and to enqueue or insert operation, we always increment the rear pointer. So what's happening for the display? In display, we are just checking whether the queue is empty or not. So here we are checking both conditions, if front equal to -1 and rear equal to -1. If yes, our queue is empty. Otherwise, what it will do, it will simply print all the values starting from front to the rear. Okay, so if you run the program, so it's asking for the choice. So let's just insert the item 12. Let's insert another item 15, insert another 15. Okay, now to display the item, so it's showing 20, 12, 15 and 18. So 12 is the first value I entered into the queue, and it is in the first position now. Nice. I entered 15 and next I have 15, 18. So if you want to delete the item, let's select delete. Now I want item deleted to be to 12. So first item was 12 and deleted item is also 12. So it is simply following the first in first out rule for queue. Now remaining elements are 15 and 18. Okay. If you keep deleting item, what will happen? It deleted 15. Next delete one more. It deleted 18. Now if you want to see what it will say, there is nothing here. Now if you want to delete one more item, it will simply show the underflow. Okay, so that's it. I hope the program is clear to everyone. And there can be many different programs, and you can select any of the programs as per your convenience. This is just one of the programs, but you can search through the Google, you can find any program, or you can also write the program as I showed in the theory class. Okay, thank you.